guys, welcome to the Get It Done podcast. The podcast where I talk to business owners about their business, allow them to share their business, and just hearing the stories of how they got to where they are today. The goal of the podcast is to hopefully inspire someone who is just scared to do the thing, to scared to start, um, worried about things that really don't matter. I get to talk to a lot of people. I'm an esthetician, and a lot of clients get to see what I'm doing. We somehow the conversation leads to business, and the reason why they're not doing whatever idea that they have is simply because they're scared. So I'm on assignment to destroy the spirit of fear. Um, so for the most part, I'm talking to people that I don't really know. Um, I, for the most majority of my guests, I've never had a conversation before the podcast. In this case, today's guest, she has received a facial from me, but we don't have any prior connections or relationship, or I don't think we've ever really talked about her business. So I will add her to the um, podcast and to introduce herself. Nicole, good morning, Rise and Shine. How are you?
I am
Wait a
fantastic.
minute, girl. I forgot to put my earphones in. I'm just talking. Hello. I mean, not
Hello.
hello.
I can hear you
Okay.
so much better now.
Okay. I forgot to put the earphones in. See, it's okay. We're all learning. How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. So I'll just let you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about your business.
Oh my gosh. So, my name is Nicole Lee, and my business is called JFZ Wellness. And I chose that because I want people to understand that when they come visit me, they are in a judgment free zone.
Nice.
That's what the JFZ stands for. So we make life changing transformations in a judgment free zone. I specialize in prediabetes and diabetes protocol that Dr. Brian Mole put together with the program where I got my training. But I also really enjoy doing life coaching because I'm a dual certified health and life coach.
Nice.
So I have both certifications. And for my life coaching, I really like to work with people who are in need of like relationship coaching or career coaching or even spiritual coaching.
Oh,
Because
nice.
there's a lot of people that, you know, they they know what they want. Like a lot of people have these desires, these dreams in life, but there's always something stopping them, right? There's always
Yeah.
something stopping you. So for me, what I like to do is I like to get together with people like for the first time for a complimentary session. And we go over those desires, those dreams in life, what is stopping them, what's holding them back. And then we talk about, um, we create ways to propel them forward,
Nice.
to become who they want to be. Because a lot of times, um, who you are, who you are and who you want to be, um, really
Sometimes are
aren't in alignment, but they need
yeah.
to align.
Yeah.
And you want them to align. And so my goal is to help people find clarity and alignment.
Nice. Yeah. How do you do that?
So I ask a lot of questions. There are specific types of questions that I ask. I have like, I had it all written down for you too.
He was ready.
I had it written down too. So there's obviously support and accountability that people need, right?
Yeah.
People need support. They need a cheerleader. They need someone to tell them you're doing fantastic. They need accountability. Sometimes they need someone to smack them upside the head and say, "Hey, you said you were going to do this thing and you didn't do this thing. What's going on?" Right? So, but there's also a system in place. And the systems are what's the most important for coaches, I believe, is because for me, my systems are the types of questions I ask in the right order. So, I mean, that's how I do it. I
Nice.
ask a lot of questions. I want people to get to the answers on their own. I want to get on their map and help them see that there's no judgment here. You can get to where you want to be. You have intuition. We just need to help you tap into it.
And questions will for sure help you do that, because before you answer a question, you have to think about it. So that's where the change usually comes in, when you're sitting thinking about that. How long have you been doing this?
So I've had clients since November. I started it took me 29 weeks to get my certification.
Okay.
And I started with clients before I was certified. So I had pre-certification clients.
Nice.
And
congratulations.
Thanks. I do like a 90-day program is how I start with people. So once a week for 12 weeks, we get together and we just go through it. I mean, I love it. I also do speeches and workshops. So I've done a workshop at the Kiwanis Club and one at a church, a wellness hour, 7 ways to increase energy and balance blood sugar.
Nice.
So it was just
what got you into all of this?
Oh my gosh, girl. Okay, so I'm 42.
Me too.
Yay. So I'm 42. I've been married for 20 years.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, 21 coming up in October. I have adult children.
Nice.
So that's weird. My youngest is graduating high school this year. And
what's weird about it?
Well, I don't get to do the empty nest thing. I'm jumping right into this summer. We're moving in with my in-laws.
Okay.
To help take care of them because they're getting older and we want to be there before the need happens, you know?
Yeah.
Before there's it's urgent.
Yeah, and then you get to spend that time with them as well.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I love them. So anyways, what got me into this was I've been a stay-at-home mom for a long time. I spent 3 years in a classroom as an ABA, which is working with
I used to do that.
Yeah, kids who are differently abled. Yeah. So I did that for a few years, and then my fibromyalgia and my back got really, really bad. So I stopped, and in 2017 I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And so way back when I was 18, I was in a car accident. I got 3 herniated discs in my neck. And then over time, I also got spinal stenosis. So there was no spinal fluid in my neck. So imagine working with kids who are pulling you down and kicking you and beating you up.
You got to be flexible with the kids. Right? Yes.
But I worked with the little kids, so it wasn't as bad. But still, they're tough kids.
They're energy kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love them. I always wanted to be a special ed teacher, but that just wasn't in the cards for me. So back then, that was 7 years ago, I was supposed to have surgery on my neck and I didn't do it. I was terrified to do it. And God had a plan for me because I had the surgery last June. And I wish I could show you my scar. It's gnarly.
I don't want to see it.
They fused C4 to C7. So I'm bionic. I have metal all up and down in my neck.
And did it help?
Oh my gosh, it's miraculous healing. They told me I would have permanent deficits. I can turn my head all the way. I can do all the things that they told me I would never do. I have no pain. I have no numbness in my fingers. I'm not falling anymore. Because it got really bad.
Yeah.
Well, right before my surgery, a friend came to me and she said, Nicole, you're so good at organization and at just, she blew my head up, right? She told me all the things I was good at. And she was like, I want you to be my life coach and I'll pay you. And I was like, ooh, challenge accepted. So she had a lot of things to do. And hers was more of a to-do list. I had no idea what I was doing though.
Yeah.
So she would come over and I would be in my chair because I couldn't move. I was in so much pain, right?
Aw.
And I just helped her get through all the things. Well, she got all the things done by September when she needed to. And I had my surgery in June. She would come over and I would have my neck brace on and everything. And we would just go through all the things.
Nice.
And she believed in me when I didn't believe in myself about anything.
She planted that seed.
Yeah, it takes someone believing in you.
Mm-hmm.
She saw something in me. And I mean, yeah, at church, my husband and I have done marriage counseling with people like off the books, but marriage counseling with people for the last 15 years. And I've been working with the teens and the preteens for years and years and years, helping mentor and all of that, leading a ministry. And it just, so I have experience doing it, but I never thought of it as like a career,
Yeah.
But I need to do
or
something.
A calling.
Yeah, my kids are out of the house now. I mean, I have one more almost out of the house, and I'm like,
What's
I need to do something with my life, but I need to do something that's going to impact the world.
Yes.
God cured me of this thing in my neck. And that was my second medical miracle. I actually had another one when I had cancer and then I didn't. So that happened.
I think you told me about that when you were here.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like God has something big planned for me and I don't know what it is. And I want to bring as many people in on it as I can.
Nice. I love that. So when did you make the decision, I'm going to do this? After she left, you're like, okay, I'm going to take it serious?
So what happened was my surgery was June 13th and around July 6th, July 7th, because it was around my daughter's birthday, I had no pain and I flipped out. I called the doctor and I was like, something's wrong. I have no pain because I don't know what that's like.
You're used to always being in pain.
I had no idea what that was. And they were like, I was like, something's terribly wrong. And they said, or something is terribly right. And I was like, okay. So it was then and there that I was like, I can live my life. I can do things now. So I researched about 11 schools that did coaching certifications before I landed on the one I decided to go with. And it's a 6-month to a year program. And I finished it in just over 6 months. So
nice.
Yeah.
I love that. But what made you make the decision to do it? Was it just because you realized the pain was gone? And because usually it's you know what? Well, for me, it was okay, I'm going to do it. Or what happened was it wasn't even a decision. It was just one thing happened and then another thing happened and then another thing happened. And then here I am today. It called me. I didn't call it.
Right. Well, for me, it was more I never believed in myself that I could do anything. Everything I tried, I still have fibromyalgia. I still have migraines. I still, everything I did in life was always short term. It was never long term, but it never really helped as many people as something like this could. And I think it's because God was like, hello. And then just honestly getting to the point where I don't have pain and I realize I can live. What do I want to do with the rest of my life?
Yeah.
And
isn't that great though? Isn't that
amazing?
That's a great blessing. I love that. So what do you see? I heard you say you did a few other things, public speaking, and I believe some sort of classes.
So I'm working on a workshop.
Okay.
I'm titling it Balanced Living Strategies for Harmonizing Life and Work.
Nice.
And I'm working on, I would like to get into maybe PTAs, if anyone knows anyone who's a PTA member or president, or, I talked to a friend who teaches at a local community college, and she gave me a suggestion about getting into their, oh gosh, what's the word? I can't remember the word. Menopause has hit me.
Okay.
I forget my words.
Okay.
It's when all the staff gets together and does like
The staff
professional
meeting.
development. That's it.
Yeah.
So there's a professional development person that I need to get in contact with
Nice.
to see if I can go in and do either one of these things, because it's the balanced living one obviously is more for wellness and self-care. I would love to share more about what I want to do with that, but
it's still a baby.
It is a baby. And the last time I shared anything about it, someone tried to steal my idea and
even if they steal everything that you're doing, even if they do exactly what you're doing, if it's not you, it's not the same. So, girl.
That's true.
One thing that you probably could do is just call the main office, and then they'll direct you, and they have a budget for it. So you'll be able to, in school district. Yeah. So good idea.
I talked to a principal. She said the same thing. So right now is really the ideal time to put together as much as I can, like how long it'll take and all the details that I can put together, because they're in the summer, or they're going to be putting together their calendars for next school year.
Yep.
So I can just jump on that bandwagon with all the local schools and community colleges. There's 3 semi-local community colleges just around me. So.
Yep. Or even if you want to get in faster, try to set up, I don't know, a package, or because I'm kind of working on something, not a workshop, but something similar with the kids. If you want to get in faster, get your practice in, so that when you start getting paid, you're a little bit better. Just try to do it for free. Just offer like,
that's what I'm doing.
3 sessions or something. I'm
doing it for free.
Oh yeah. Well, they should let you in now. They're still saying next year. No, usually they'll when it is outside of the budget or has nothing to do with the budget, they'll let you just come in. Sometimes, I guess, maybe not.
So I'm just working on different like moms groups and stuff. Even like there's the Sandpipers group in Manhattan Beach, and I'm considering even becoming a member and seeing if maybe I can.
It works out.
Yeah, because the idea is just to get out of my comfort zone, really.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I just look at especially new projects is practice. Like with this podcast, this is practice. Like all of it. Well, I don't even say not a new project, just anything that I'm doing. If I look at it as if it's practice, then I don't get nervous because I'm just practicing. like when I make mistakes, I'm like, oh, well, this is part of the process in learning. And then it just makes it easier for me, because I used to be nervous starting stuff. Now I'm like, okay, let me do it real fast.
Yeah, do it before I get scared.
Yep, the scared is out the window. I'm bold as a lion now. What are you grateful for today?
Today I am grateful for breath. I am grateful for my pain level only being about a 3 right now. With a fibromyalgia, it's I had a tough weekend. I'll just say that. And so I'm grateful that I was able to put on makeup, and that I
get cute because you
take a shower and do my hair, and I got my hat on,
Nice.
I'm grateful for all the people in my life who believe in me.
Nice. I love that. Is there anyone that you can say that has helped you living, someone still alive that you know personally, that has helped you to get maybe over some things or closer to the goal, or that's just been a great deal of help?
My mom has been a great deal of help.
Nice.
I don't want to cry, so I'm not going to go all into that. But she has been fabulous. She is, she believes in me, and she's doesn't judge me. And when you're a teenager, you feel like all your mom ever does is judge you. And right now, like I don't go more than 2 or 3 days without calling my mom because she's so busy. She retired and now she's busier than ever.
She like, girl, I got stuff to do.
She totally. And
Nice.
so definitely my mom, and then my husband. I have the best husband on the planet. I'm telling you.
Period.
I don't tell him as often as I would like, but I tell everyone else. I wish I could get a little bit of him, put it in a bottle, and sprinkle it over all the men in the world.
Oh, how funny.
So that
you can
every
share the
woman
gift.
could experience even a little bit of what I experienced.
Nice. So before the day is over, call mom. And when you see your husband, tell him, even if you told them yesterday or this morning, tell them today how much you appreciate them and what they've done and how much they matter. Don't forget.
Absolutely.
And tell them I said hi.
Okay, I can do that.
Looking back over your childhood to the woman that you are today, what would you say to the little girl you?
Life is going to happen. Life is going to happen, and stay faithful because God has your back.
Always. I love that. What are you most proud of business-wise, your work?
Business-wise? Being on a podcast? No.
Okay.
What am I most proud of? I think I have an office. Like I have a physical office.
Nice.
And I'm really proud that I am in a position to be able to have a physical office. I'm going to tell you though, I share my office with my girlfriend, and she's a massage therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can do it. I got the massage table in here and everything.
Nice. You guys are all set up.
Yeah. So it's really it's ideal to be working with a friend. And then the other thing is when I talk about self-care, and there's a massage table right here, you know what I mean?
Yep. It goes
sign right up.
hand.
I also refer people to you.
Oh, thank you.
So I will let you know as more people come in for that service.
Thank you. What is a question that you would ask another business owner?
At what point? It's more of a logistics question, but at what point would it be best to jump from sole proprietor to LLC?
I usually
I've gotten different answers.
Yeah, I usually ask the question back to the business owner, but that probably is a for real question for you. I think it just depends on what the person is going for in the business and what their goals and plans are as far as building and growing. Is there something that you wish you had known before you started?
Oh my gosh. I wish I had known. I wish I had known what my plans were going to be in terms of moving, because my office is literally walking distance from where I live right now.
Oh, and then you guys are moving somewhere else.
We're moving.
Are you guys moving far?
We live in Torrance and we're moving to Palos Verdes.
Oh, not too bad though.
It's on the other side.
Traffic.
It's on the other side
on
of
the other
hill.
end. Oh
yeah.
Well,
so it's okay though. I mean, it's just a drive.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Depending on what time you drive, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Why don't you have social media, ma'am?
Honestly, I know myself, and I have a hard time, like when I was in other businesses, I have a hard time putting that divider and stopping myself and spending time with my family versus the other things.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know that if I had social media, my life would be all social media all the time, and I would ignore my husband and I would ignore my family.
Oh yeah.
And it's not worth it to me.
Yeah, no, it's not. Maybe you can put your kid on assignment to do your
She
social
won't.
media. She's like, no, mom.
She's not interested in anything I have to do or say.
How funny. She's like, no, leave me alone.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is funny because she wants to be a therapist.
Oh, how funny.
And I'm like,
and she's not interested.
What I do is different from therapy. I want to tell you a little bit about that, because people think that when they go to get a coach, it's like therapy. It's not.
No.
So the way I like to describe it is a therapist will bring you from like a -10 to a 0 on this like whatever scale, emotional scale, whatever. And a coach brings you from a 0 to a +10.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's like if I meet someone and they're somewhere down in the -5, -6, I'll be honest and say, come back in 6 months after you've had 6 months of therapy. You know, here are some suggestions, because
like I can't help you. You need a therapist.
Yeah. But I mean, I say it kindly and I say it, tactfully, but I'm not going to take your money and have you waste your money to get results that aren't going to last, because you have deeper things to work through.
Yeah, that's true. What is one thing that scares you in business?
In business?
Yes.
What's one thing that scares me? Lots of things scare me. It's funny. At the beginning of the month, I get scared when I've paid all the bills and I'm back at 0 or a little bit higher than 0. And I'm looking at the end of the month going, I need to pay for this and then this and this and this. And these are just business expenses. And I'm like, how am I going to do that? And I get a little scared. I get a little anxious because I'm like, what? I don't have the plan for the month yet. And so then I just get my butt in gear and go productivity and make sure that I'm doing things that are going to, bring
beneficial.
Production.
Yeah. I don't have that anymore, but what that did teach me in the beginning was, for me personally, is to completely lean on God. And what I would do is I would spend time with God. So right now, what I do at the beginning of the month, I'm spending at least the first week with God, direction and instruction. But in the very beginning, that was the thing. That's what I learned, to lean on God, because you just don't know. When you don't know, you really don't know. So it's like, okay, well, it's just me and you, God, and I'm not going back to work. So we got to figure this out. And that's what happens. Yes. But that's what I say. I'm in business with God. Like, I work for him. So if I look at it like that, I'm like, okay, well, he didn't bring me here to like fail. So what do I need to do, Lord? Just tell me and then I'll do it. But what happened is he told me what to do and I show up and the bills are paid. So this has just been a great learning experience for me. Not only business and personally, but like spiritually, business is helped me a lot with that. One thing that you've always wanted to do and you haven't.
One thing that I've always, in business or in life?
Let's do business or in life, whichever you choose. Whatever you come up with.
Well, I have, in business, one thing I've always wanted to do and I haven't is have a 6-figure month or 6-figure year. You know what I mean? Like have like a 6-figure year. That would be fabulous.
Yes, it's coming. Don't worry.
So And then in life, I've always wanted to zip line, but that's not something that's in the cards for me anymore because of my neck.
Oh, zip lining.
Yeah.
My
I've
friends are
always
there.
wanted to.
See, and all of my friends, like, they're like super vacationers, but when they vacation, they want to do all of this stuff. And when I vacation, I just want to relax. So my friend just asked me to go on vacation, and I was like, no, because you're gonna be mad because I'm just gonna stay in the room the whole time. And she's like, that's she
So
was like,
cool.
you wouldn't do like ATV and zip lining, and I'm like, no, girl, I don't want to do that.
You know, we went to Hawaii with our best friends and all of our kids. We got this many pictures of me, my husband, and my 2 kids. This many.
Well, but did you guys enjoy yourself?
We had so much fun.
See, and you have those memories and that bonding time. So, but I do understand you want pictures, but it's okay. You can do it again and take pictures the next time. Next time you go,
I'll
take a
have to,
photographer
when I have that
with you.
6-figure year, no problem.
Yes, you have to hire you a photographer, take them along on the trip, and then they'll just take all the pictures and you guys don't have to worry about any of it.
My son actually is a photographer now, like loves
See?
to take photographs. He's in
Nice.
college and he's got all these extra like loves.
Yeah, that'll bring it out. Is he away from home or?
He is. He goes to
Yeah.
UC Merced, so
Nice.
he's not close at all.
Yeah, that kids
Birthday
need that.
was just 2 days ago, and we
Happy
didn't get to see him.
birthday!
Yeah, he's
Aw.
20.
Yeah. How does it feel to have a 20-year-old?
I have a 20-year-old. I was like, I said it out loud, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I'm proud of the man he's becoming, super proud of him. But I mean,
Grateful.
honestly, if I take this off, you can see all the gray hairs. All the grays from the kids.
It is a great blessing. So at the end of everything, a week after retirement, looking back over your business, what does that look like?
Honestly, it's going to be hard to retire because I love helping people. I just love it's like this. When you get a compliment from someone or someone appreciates you for something, you feel good, but the person who gives you that compliment and that appreciation feels good, just as good.
Mm-hmm.
So when I help people, they feel great and their lives are improving, right? But I feel amazing because I got to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So, but retirement, when I look back, okay, my husband wants to live in the middle of nowhere with no electricity.
Oh, how funny. That sounds fun, though. Me and my man in the middle of nowhere with no lights.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
You can create an environment, lots of a candlelight night every day. Every night. That sounds nice and relaxing. No?
I like to play games and he likes to read. Okay. So we would definitely have to have some compromises there.
Yeah, of course. Like anything.
But I think I would get really bored really fast.
Well, you're retired, so you can do what you don't have to be there all the time.
No, I would get really bored. Like I would feel like I have nothing to do in the middle of nowhere.
I promise
he wants to farm. He wants to
nice.
own vegetables. He wants to do all the things. And I'm like, have fun.
So you don't think you'll be fascinated with like watching the crops grow? And like, no. I have like this little garden. I was the same way. This is the only reason why I'm saying that. But my mom brought all these flowers and potted all this stuff, all these succulents. And now I'm so fascinated with these flowers every single day, girl. I get up in the morning, either make my hot tea. I'm outside, nappy headed, with my robe and pajamas on, looking crazy, hair all over my head. And I'm like outside, just like fascinated by these flowers every single day. Like I go out throughout the day, like in between clients, I'll walk out and like look at them. It's like, and I was the girl, like when they came over here with all this stuff, I was like, y'all doing this. They're like, you need to help too. Now I'm clipping plants and repotting them and like all this stuff. It's hilarious. It's so funny, but you never know.
You never know. And when we go to my in-laws, they have a huge garden in their backyard and stuff. So, I mean, I'm going to be back there helping my father-in-law. So who knows?
Right. You might fall in love.
But honestly, my husband supported us on a single income for 20 years.
Nice.
So I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not about to tell him, no, you can't.
Yeah. You'll enjoy it. You'll find little things that you enjoy about the process of being in that space. I'm sure you will.
I'm like, can we be by a body of water?
Yeah, hopefully
that I'll be okay with that if there's a body of water.
Yeah, and that would make it like way better.
Yeah,
but you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy something about it. So the idea of the podcast, I know you heard the intro, but the idea of the podcast is to hopefully inspire someone that is just scared for whatever reason to start the business, to do the thing that they have always wanted to do, but they're just scared to do it. Is there any advice that you would have to him or her to just get up and get it done?
My first advice would be talk to people who are in that field. Talk to people who have done it.
Mm-hmm.
So like the first thing I did was I talked to coaches that I know, and then I asked friends, do you know a coach? Do you have a coach? And then I talked to those people I didn't know, because it's important to get a balance of who you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
So the first advice I would have is just, if you're interested in a field, talk to people in that field. Second advice I would have is obviously pray about it. In fact, this morning I read a scripture. It's a scripture I've read time and time again. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you.
Amen.
And I wasn't necessarily looking at the cast all your anxiety on him, but I was really focused on the part that says because he cares for you. And I felt like that the why behind everything is so much more important behind the what. And my third piece of advice, there we go. Small steps every day.
Yes, I love that.
Because if you move 1% in the right direction every day, by the end of 90 days, you're almost there.
Yep. I agree. I love that. Well, Nicole, is there anything, first, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. But is there anything that we have not talked about that you like to go over, that you like to share, that you have questions about, anything?
I think another piece of advice, at least for people in my field or in like even your field, is to find people in comparable fields and create a group or a network of people you can refer people to and get references from.
Yeah. Community is a great booster, I would say. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I really think that it's just so helpful. Mm-hmm. Like I have 2 personal trainers that I like to work with. One is a guy, and he's like muscle bodybuilder type trainer. And then he used to be professional. And then the other one, she's been doing it for 13 years, and she's like just super, and I can't wait to I have a client I'm going to see this week that I get to say, hey, if you're interested, this is a person that might be able to help you with your needs. And so it makes me so happy to be able to refer people to other people because I don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
And but just knowing that I don't have all the answers is good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love that. You're a reference. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Well, thank you, Nicole. I do have your email address, so I will be attaching everything to all the comment sections on all the links. But I will be contacting you soon. Okay. But thank you again for showing up. It has been a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you. Your skin is always so glowy.
Thank you.
You're so gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I was so nervous.
Why? That's what everyone's always nervous. I'm like, it's just me.
It's just you. But then I kind of sent the link to a bunch of people.
And they're gonna watch it.
I was like, you gotta see this. It's gonna be good. I'm so excited. I'm really thrilled that you are doing this. Wow. That you're going out of your comfort zone, but that you're doing this because it gives us as newer business owners an opportunity that we otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah, because all the other, like I see podcasters that I'm talking to business owners, but they're talking to these people that are like, have been in the game for so long, or they're only talking to like their circle of friends or their community. So I'm like, it's open game to everybody. Like, if you want to get on and talk about your business and share, I don't care how long you've been in the game. We can learn something from somebody that just started today. Like, we can learn something from everybody. If you've been in the game for, like I said, 1 day or 10 years, like, there's game to come from anybody, or even if it's somebody that used to be in business, because they, have stories. But I can be inspired by anybody. The homeless person I'm inspired by, it's a man that comes around to collect cans and stuff. And one day I wasn't on the porch, but I was looking out the door, and he had just so happened to be like walking past. So he had like this, I don't know, like a little buggy or something. And he had all these bags, like just full of cans. I don't know what it was, like a basket was just full, like their bags are falling off of the basket. Mm-hmm. So he's struggling. He has bags tied to this. I mean, they were just packed. I took a little picture. It was a train. But what I've learned from that is, I'm like, this, although I could never do that. I could never go through someone's trash can and pick cans. But the inspiration came from one, that he's out there getting out there doing it, and that he's like, he has a goal. And he has and he's reached it. Like, he is over capacity. He could barely keep up with what he's doing. So right. It's just like, I mean, we can be inspired by anybody. So I say it's open for discussion. Now, the struggle has been getting the men to get on here to talk, because I've talked to, this is episode, I believe 38 or 39. Yeah. And I've talked to only one guy. So I have another guy scheduled. But everyone else has been all ladies. I'm like, so the men are in business? What's going on? But the guys are just nervous to talk, is what I'm learning. But the ladies are out here killing it. So.
Well, I appreciate you. I really thank you. And, we got to talk esthetician stuff too, but we can do that offline.
Yes, I'm always here for it.
There was one thing I wanted to say that I forgot what it was. I forgot.
It'll come to you.
It will, right after we hang up. I did want to tell you, do you have a couple more minutes?
Sure.
Okay. So I also did this, I work with a company called Trades of Hope also.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's a fair trade company that empowers women out of poverty and human trafficking. So I also do that, but I don't do it like I used to. I used to like go to shows and go to people's houses and then
I
and
think when you came, did you have a purse?
I did.
Okay, so I remember when you came for your facial, I was
I
like,
have
this
my
is so
purse.
cute. Yes. That, oh no, it wasn't that one. It was like a colorful, was it a
Yeah,
colorful?
it
Okay,
was
so
different. And then I
yeah,
have this too.
that's cute.
The,
The
and
strap.
so they do jewelry, home decor, all the things. And
Yeah.
I should probably send you that link. But it's a company, it's dear to my heart. You know, one of my closest friends is a survivor of human trafficking. And I just want to put out there that for people who think that like thrifting is just like not good for whatever reason, if you can't buy fair trade, thrifting is the second best thing you can do, because fast fashion, which is like, you know, buying at all these, you know, stores, is it's not good. It's not good for child labor, which is trafficking. It's not good for the cost. It's not like there's all these things. I used to do speeches on human trafficking too, to fight human trafficking. I was part of the Long Beach Human Trafficking Task Force. You know, it just, that was something I did for about 5 years, and then COVID hit.
Oh,
And
slowed
then
everything down.
I couldn't go into people's houses, and because I don't do it all on social media, I stopped. So when I started schooling to do the coaching, I jumped back in to be a partner again with Trades of Hope.
Nice.
So I just wanted to throw that out there, that everybody is multidimensional. And if we just take a minute to listen to people's stories and get on their map without judgment, we can really find that people are miraculous.
I agree. We all have stories. We all have experiences. We all have things to share.
Yeah. So thank you for giving us a platform for that. I appreciate you.
Thank you for being here.
Okay. So I guess that's all, right?
That's
Is there
all.
any other questions you have for me?
I don't have any more questions, but the link, the second link, just text it to me, and then I'll add it to all the the comment sections.
That sounds great. Thank you.
But thank you, Nicole. Have a very good week. Happy Monday.
It is Monday. It's the start of a new week.
Yes, it is Monday. So have a good day. I mean, don't forget to call your mom. Don't forget to tell your husband.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. I love that episode. I believe this is episode 39, but episode 39, I love that we as business owners, and I say this all the time, we are or our businesses are, in most cases, some people are just doing stuff, but in most cases our businesses are a direct reflection of us, who we are, how we feel a lot of times, as far as things that we care about. And I love that she is doing things that not only help other people, but that she enjoys doing, that brings her joy. Like, one of the greatest things about being in business for me is that I absolutely love what I am doing. People go to work for, I was just talking to my friend last night, and he's been on his job for 21 years or something like that, 24 years. And he's saying that they aren't allowing retirement until 65, and he's like 44. And I'm like, if he can retire, he'll only get $900 a month right now. And I'm like, that sounds crazy. But the point is, we're doing things that we love, and I love that for everybody. So if you are a business owner and you would like to share your business, I love to have you here. I love to hear your story. contact me on whatever platform you are watching this on. As far as well, don't forget to thank God for your blessings. Don't forget to say your prayers. Don't forget to take care of your skin. And I will be back within the next 40 minutes or so. I have another episode today. See you later. Bye.